び静寂に包まれた。時の流れが約束された戦をやがて収束へと導く。神の子らは等しくあるべき場所へと帰るだろう。もはや神はいない。この世に残された人々は静寂の中ただ口をひと月は空から消え、雲と雨は恵みではなくなった。今魂は鉱脈で彼岸をさまよい続けている。人々は神の祝福を失い、二度と目覚めることはないだろう。ただ神のささやきだけが魂を現世に呼び戻すことができる。近き未来に会えんこと。
死体を片付けるのは面倒だけど、魂は無事脈流に戻ったみたいだな。
行こう。もう一度確認して家に帰ろう。
Welcome. WeArEuS and this is Afterimage. Now, this game is many years old, but I've always wanted to play it, and I got it for free through Humble Bundle a very long time ago. And so it's just been sitting there on my list of things to eventually get around to if there's an opportunity. And hey, look, there's an opening in between the ending of Kotama and Academy Citadel and the release of Crimson Desert, which I have confirmed will be released the day of it. Well, will be available the day of its release on GeForce Now, which means that playthrough is confirmed. So I have to go and buy that game as cheap as possible, as safely as possible, through the usual methods. I'm not going to do the whole like and subscribe thing because this playthrough is temporary. I want to come back to the game, but odds are I'm going to run into something else, and the longer it takes me to beat Crimson Desert and then find an opening to return to this game, the harder it's going to be to justify doing so. Because then it's going to become a case of you have to go back and watch the new people anyway will have to go back and watch the playlist first and then come back to the new episodes, which is kind of awkward. Oh, right. As far as... So, typically, and preferably, I always go with the... Maybe we'll go with 4 on that. Typically, with any game where the option is available, I go with any any voice acting that is not English, because in no uncertain terms, in nearly in approximately 99% of cases, the English voice acting is lacking. In, about 80% of the cases, it's just outright cringy. You can refuse, you can deny. We both know the truth. I'm right. Now, I did that again. With that being the case, I'm going to change it to English just to see, because I like to remind myself that I'm right on occasion. I know I'm right, but it never hurts to be certain that you're right. It tastes good, you know? Anyway, I'm going to leave the English voice acting on for as long as I can reasonably tolerate. It may just be this episode, or if it's passable, maybe I'll just leave it on, but don't get your hopes up. And as for the intro, good lord. As you saw, the music and the master volume were low. But for that intro, the music just... I shudder to think how loud it would have gotten if I hadn't changed the audio settings to start with. And so as you saw, I went ahead and lowered the music further. It deserves it. It worked very hard to earn its 4 left stick. Oh, right. Another thing I wanted to talk about. I wasn't going to go with this game at first, but if you've been watching for any amount of time, you'll know that
These annoyances are all throughout these woods.
Well, that didn't last very long, did it? It's the 3rd time. That one's new. We're not doing that.
Hey, Ree, do you remember how to use that sword?
Okay. As we all knew, I was correct. I'm confused. Oh, right. We're also playing on the hardest available difficulty. It's... Oh, what? So I can't... You know what I hate? I hate games where touching the enemy physically hurts you. I hate that. I really do. I don't even remember what the last game was that I played where that was even a thing. I hate it so much. So, as I was saying, this wasn't my original option. I had 2 games. I spent hours going over the new releases on Steam. And it came down to two. It was Silly Folly Beast or Sally Folly Beast, and Banquet of Fools. Which, before we get into the Folly Beast, since I don't remember what the first word was, even though I just checked it, so I could talk about it here. Sweet Grit. Okay. Even though I just checked it, hold on. Do it, I dare you. Come on. Coward. Some passages can only be passed through after being broken from one side. Okay. Right, so... Oh, God. Okay. What does that consume? That has to consume something, right? Anyway, no, we'll start with Banquet of Fools. Banquet of Fools is basically a... Hold on. I'm trying to hide something over here. Anyway, it's like a... Oh, you want some too, huh? Alright, I'll give it to you. Banquet of Fools is like a... What is... It's a CRPG. That has the whole Dungeons and Dragons system. But instead of being turn-based, it's an action CRPG. You can slightly hover in midair by attacking after releasing the jump button. You and I have vastly different ideas of what hovering is. Oh Lord, we level up. That's a... I can already see what's going to happen. I'm going to kill everything all the time wherever we go, and it's going to be piles of bodies and no remorse whatsoever, all for the sake of the next level. Why are we in this menu again? I know it told us to do that, but I don't remember why. Talent points. Like to see. You can read those if you want. I'm not going to even pay them any mind. I just want to see how big this is. And it's pretty decent. Costs 1 to unlock. Sub-weapon. Thanks for spoiling that. Extra health. Well, it's damage or damage. Where were we? Right, I was talking about the Banquet of Fools. having to not touch enemies is going to be a hassle. Right, so it was interesting. Well, to be fair, I played the demo of both of these games. Banquet of Fools tried to get me to do something for some random idiot. I couldn't be bothered. I didn't care. I just wanted to know what the combat system felt like. And it was interesting. And I say that because it feels like, okay, I sucked at it, but it only felt like I sucked at it because I was retarded and had literally no idea what was going on. But if I were to play the game seriously, I'd probably figure it out, or have an actual tutorial to thoroughly explain how to properly conduct myself in the battle. Whereas I would literally just take a character, have them bulldoze the nearest monster or whatever, and that would be that. And the only reason I actually stopped playing, well, it was technically twofold. The main reason, I got wiped by bandits. Which probably was avoidable if I had just left, but I mean, no way, right? So of course, I have to actually, if someone wants it, they gets it. Okay. Died a little fast, but sure. But yeah, I died because I was an idiot who had no idea what he was doing. Going places he had no business being. Which is the usual for pretty much any game I play. I go where I don't belong because that's...
はぐれ者だ。死体を取り逃してたみたいだな。気をつけろよ。俺様も手伝うぜ。
Okay. I don't think that was worth it, but sure. Bound to quick slots. That's the map. I could have sworn we used a button to heal, and I don't remember what that button was.
汝の意志を恍惚となさん。近き未来に会えんことを。
はい、お仕事完了。俺様、今すぐ村に戻ってぐっすり寝たいな。
Okay.
大きな音があっちから。
And I mean, sorry if you want to know what's going on without having to actually watch and read what they're saying, but there is no reality in which I would ever listen to the English voice acting. Such a place cannot possibly exist.
はい。これでも食らえ。
そんなイフの炎が効かないなんて。
I mean, it took damage. That's good enough, isn't it?
狼の体から匂いが巨人の子孫の匂いだとこんなところに現れるはずが。なんだこれは。
That doesn't seem good.
先生、やっぱり私過去の自分を知りたいです。
ライネ、あなたは特別な子よ。神から授かりし唯一無二の贈り物を持っているの。
You know the real shame? I quite literally couldn't get past one scene with the English voice acting without absolutely hating everything. So I don't even know if the rest of the characters sound alright or not. I just know I don't remember the thing's name. I know it was based on Ifrit, but I don't remember the spelling exactly. So, partners summon? Whatever that little creature is, maybe once that goes away, I'll give the English voice acting one more chance. But we all know how this is going to
どん
go.
な贈り物だ。
Ifrit, right?
この壊れた世界を二人で生き抜くための贈り物よ。あの時のあなたでもきっと今のような生活を楽しんでいたと思うわ。永遠に残るは記憶のみ。
ここは村の入り口の鉱脈の結び目。私たちはさっき確かに死んだはず。なぜ魂の海に送られないの？
I don't know if I could have killed the wolf. I'd like to think there was the possibility. And remember, we're playing on the hardest difficulty, which is just one level past, or one level beyond the basic or default difficulty of normal.
しかも井戸から帰ったわけでもない。もしかしてこれがアロスが言ってた贈り物か？
この力があれば自分で鉱脈の結び目から帰ってこられるってことかな。
へえ、大した贈り物じゃないか。ライネちゃん、もう一回試してみる？
The name the character I'm playing, is being called by is not the same as the one written when she's speaking. Might have just been a nickname she was using and not her actual name. It's possible.
村の入り口にどうしてこんな危険な怪物が。イフ、早く村に戻って先生に知らせないと。
Save your progress at confluences to replenish your HP MP and recharge your primeval glyphs. Ah, so that's why we couldn't heal. The glyph is consumed when we use it to heal, so we only get one for now. There goes a potion. Note of a nameless adventurer.
覚えのない気配だ。しかも現実で身を隠してる。敵意はないようだけど。また聖火隊か。それも一番厄介な。記憶推奨のかけらが共鳴している。なるほど。まだあいつらのものになっていないようね。
あいつら何のこと？
覚えてないの？あなたと同じ格好のやつには近づかないことね。
You do well to stay away from those who dress like you. Okay. It's
なぜなの？
ominous.
彼女に懐かしさを感じる。頭の中に声が響いて、でもよく聞き取れない。
直接魂結晶化魔法を使えるのか。それにあの言葉はどういう意味だ。考えてる暇はない。早く戻ろう。
Why was that only taking 8 or 7 damage rather than 8? That's annoying. Looks like we're going to be having chicken. Why didn't I jump? So we can only dash once in the air. Where did I leave off? Yeah, so with Banquet of Fools, I died like a fool. And I stopped playing mostly because I really didn't have the time to. Okay. Because I really didn't have the time to spend on it. And like I said at the end of the final video for Kotama and Academy Citadel, jeez. Like I said at the end of that, I don't really want to spend money on a new game for a playthrough that's going to be stopped 7 or so days. I don't know what the date is right now. I know the general idea. It's probably the 13th. But, so, you get the point, right? It's going to be... Crimson Desert comes out on the 19th, so we're looking at 6-ish days. Who's going to rocket? Mother... Where did you come from? Anyway, so... got like 6-ish days, and I really don't want to spend money on a game I'm not going to finish immediately. didn't see it there. Okay, so we only hit the fairy thing or the butterfly thing for 9 rather than 10, which we were hitting the others for. What's going on here? Get some. Okay. See, that took 10, but... regardless, I do like what they were doing with Banquet of Fools. It looks... the way it looks reminds me of... I don't remember the name of that goddamn MMO that just... well, not just... that released a while ago for free. And that's the... get over here. I do appreciate being able to aggress on the enemy as long as I'm holding forward. Resting potion. Used for fast traveling to confluences. I don't really think that was worth the journey here. Well, we did level up, so there's that. Hold on, you can get some too. Okay, so then that brings us to Silly Folly Beast. Or Salad. Okay. New weapon acquired. Rocked. So, where was I? Right. Silly Folly Beast. I really want to go and check to see what the name of it actually is so I can stop feeling it wrong, like I'm getting it wrong every time I try. Okay. I don't know why you didn't just do that to start with.
村がなぜこんなことに。
I would say, and this is just me, I imagine this would happen if you don't have gates, doors, guards, you know, things that protect a place from being infiltrated by, anyone that would want to set it on fire, perhaps.
あの炎の怪物の狙いは俺たちの村だったのか？
先生、イフ、先生の居場所を感知できる？
この辺りにアロスの匂いはないぜ。
村の奥に行ってみよう。あそこには先生が施した守護結界がある。
there's another potion. This echo left by Chief Carmel always reminds me of those ambitious and passionate days. Although he's no longer with us, there will be a way to remember him and what he did for the village, at least until this echo of him has completely dissipated. Interact with echoes to gain information and clues about Engarden. You can obtain some XP for the first interaction. Okay. Didn't I... Why? I know what happened.
危なかったな。狼が深手を追ってなきゃ手強かったぞ。
I'd consider it to be less of a near miss and more of a curiosity that he wasn't still transformed or mutated as he was when we died last time.
あれに傷を負わせたのはとてつもなく強い魔法よ。
我らが大魔法師アロスが俺様の代わりに懲らしめたのか。やるじゃないか。
この魔法、先生が軽々しく使うはずない。村のみんなもどうか無事でいて。
Yeah, since we can crouch, I can teabag things. That's fine. Does not seem I want that. Oh, where the frick did you come from? That's annoying. I don't even notice those things approaching.
すでに来ていたという。
やめて。先生に何を。その呪術を止めなさい。
I didn't see a confluence in the village. But that doesn't mean there wasn't one there.
アロスがあいつの水晶に吸い込まれちまった。邪魔しないで。
先生を返して。
何も知らないのなら何でもかんでも近づかないことね。ライネちゃん、何もしないとアロスもはぐれ者になっちまうぞ。
分かってる。
これで最後だ。
先生。
ライネちゃん、分かってると思うけど、あいつはアロスを殺したわけじゃない。ただ魂を奪っただけだから、君の先生は当面は無事だと思う。
I'm trying to wrap my head around what Ifri is calling her. She's calling her Raine, but not Renee. I guess whoever localized it was just lazy, which should surprise no one.
それでも早く彼女を追わないと。
そうだな。あいつはアロスの魂を持って東へ向かった。
じゃあ町に向かおう。 誰か彼女を目撃してるかも。顔はローブに隠れて見えないかもしれないけど。
What is this mayhaps nonsense? You know, I can already feel it coming on. My absolute disgust for localization. I feel it. It's boiling like a fart and a burp at the same time. But I'm going to choke it down because I'm hungry and I'm looking forward to going in there and getting something to eat. Mostly rice. I've got rice. I've got chimichangas too. Chimichanga? I think that's right. Anyway.
待て、確かあのローブは現実で作られてたけど、見たことない三角の紋章がついてたぜ。
三角の紋章、手がかりになりそうね。行こう。
Hold on, let's make sure. Okay, that's a confluence. That's okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Remember what I said about hating taking damage just for interacting or physically touching an enemy? So, if you didn't watch the previous playthrough, or the game we did a playthrough of previously, prior to this one, the walls in that game had a tendency to not be real. So, I would attack them. And oftentimes, there was a... How do I even put it? It's not like it was common, but it was a thing that happened. But there was a good chance that anyway, there was a good chance that any wall I took a swing at would just... Oh, it's down here. Any wall I took a swing at just, would break. Or at the very least, crumble. As they do. And so, honestly, that's not even a thing that's particular to that game. I did it with, I think, Mio? Were there any fake walls? I don't think so. I don't think that was a... Hold on. Yeah, there's a set distance. Yeah. To awaken the latent memories of weapons. Okay. Do we want to use this on a sickle made of wood? I don't think so. told you, if it exists, I'm going to kill it. Hate that. Grappling Pearl. Okay. Ooh. A whip. Let's see. Swords. The sword attack is 10. The whip does 19. A leather whip. There was once a bold fellow who followed the example of others and went to ask craftsmen to make him a wooden whip with a piece of good wood. Interesting. Jeez. After taking so many... hits to kill things, that feels pretty good. Should probably... There we go. I did a little jump is all. A little jump is a game changer. Anyway, what was the name of that game? I'm still not sure it's not Sally. I'll just stick with Silly Folly, and if you're interested in see...
ここにこんな巨大な生物がいるなんて。
Okay.
炎に包まれてるけど、火の巨人の匂いはしないな。
Okay, so I can mid-air DPS and then dash and do it again. But of course, as is usual with these games, you only get one mid-air dash. Rainbow Plains, a place you want to settle down. Indeed, there are plenty of wanderers here, but after the raising, how many places can you find to have such beautiful and peaceful views? I don't know. I assume death is down there? I could be wrong. Let's find out. That's kind of silly. It's kind of silly that I could open the chest from this side, but...
外のはぐれ者は村の周りよりも多いみたい。
被害が広がる前にこいつらを片付けちゃうぜ。
What was the game that had... I played another game where I had a whip. I know if you watched the Kotama in Academy Citadel playthrough, yeah, there was a whip there. I'm not talking about that one. At least I don't... Yeah, I didn't make any of those jokes with that one. What game was that? It was recent. Recent enough that I'm able to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah! I think the sound effects are still too goddamn loud. That's better. That's reasonable now. That's upsetting. Beat them round soundly about the head, they die. That's annoying. Ever going to be able to get high enough to reach that chest? Because it sure doesn't look like it. I'm going to avoid opening that one. Interesting. Why does a frontliner... Why is it that a frontliner takes full damage from the weapon's attacks, but an archer, a backliner, takes 5 damage per hit? Well, at least from the aerial attack. Making that... Oh, I can move. Oh god, I miss being able to do that. I mean, it seems... God dang it. It seems obvious now, right? But... it really didn't occur to me to just do that whole thing. My bubbles. No! No! Oh, there it is. Hold on. Got it. Collect those. Wait. See? You see what I'm talking about? Walls not being real. Now I'm paranoid. And floral dress. Okay. Honestly, I get that the outfit doesn't actually change when you equip something new. I smell BS. A 1, a 2, and a 3, at least. Okay, so this is where we are now. Okay. Okay. Neat. I know how to dash though already. You told me. I mean, there would, but there's two of them. This badge is amazing. I can feel a mighty power when holding it. Inject energy into it, and you can actually drive its power to move fast across the ground. That would make the task of patrolling much easier. Someone discovered the ability to dash. Okay, so let us equip. Shred it. Maybe we should swap the positions of these two. The whip feels like a heavy attack, so yeah, we'll do it that way. Hold on. Walls are just a suggestion in this game as well. I was hoping to damage it so that she just immediately picked them up, but no dice. Wait. Right, that's the thing. That's not going to help you. Open with a bit of a whipping. Acquired items that exceed the maximum inventory capacity will automatically be sent to storage. Neat. So, okay. We're definitely not done with this area, but we'll stick with this for now. I'm going to try and... Okay, I want to keep the video under an hour. Well, at an hour. Around an hour. But I get the feeling we've already gone past that. Wait, did I see what I think I saw? Okay, so I get what they were saying about the mid-air attack right after jumping, causing you to, let's say, delay your descent, not necessarily hover. I could have sworn when I jumped down, there was a platform. Maybe not. Yeah, no. That's fine. Alright, gonna get it. Oh, by the way. Cheese. Yeah. Oh, right. I didn't see you there. So we need to be on that to get here. And another level. Okay. Oh, you can also delay your descent after dashing. Yeah, it works both ways. So you can keep your height, your jump height, for a significant distance if you jump slash dash slash. Up, boy. Saw treasure. I see treasure. Yeah, that seems a whole lot more effective than what I did before. I see you there. It went through the wall. Okay. Cool. Unless I can go through it too, so it's not a wall. You can't hide things from me. I can smell these things. Guess he doesn't want it. Yoink. I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to get a feel for the range of it.
See. Hi.
Yeah. So anyway, I started Book of Hydro. Okay. We can spit now. I like it. And then this leads back to where we've already been, but I don't think there's an option. I'm glad we didn't take the other path. Give me that. That's annoying. I'm trying to figure out what the proper timing is to maintain your jump height, but without a double jump, we won't be able to make that. Weird. So if you stop moving, in midair and then attack, it maintains your jump height. You can go as high as possible and then dash and then slash again. Like so. Make it good. Ritual necklace. Slightly recovers HP when MP is recovered. A necklace used on sacrificial rituals. Possesses a wisp of ancient power. Put it on. Apparently she's missing 2 fingers and she has to acquire more. So, I mean, I can understand that. We weren't fully done down here. So there, yeah. This one looks a little weird. And yes, I'm aware we haven't spent any talent points. That's fine. You know what? We're probably at an hour, so I'm going to call it here. I had to buy another MP3 player, so I've got to go and put music on that, and even though I'm not going to be listening to it tomorrow at work, I just want all of that work done. I've got so much other annoying stuff to get out of the way as well, like making food. I'm all out of snacks, so I have to make food. Why is the text doubled? Because... Okay, so it's got 2 levels. But the other one you can't get yet, which is fine, I understand. You don't need health. I will take that for free, and it's not free. We'll take the extra MP. I don't particularly care about elements right now, so... Crit rate... 1% is nothing, but... What do you want me to do? I don't care about that. Until it becomes absolutely necessary, I'm not going to spend a single point on any defensive stats. Though I probably should, because I'm going to be walking into a lot of enemies frequently. At least until I get used to the new reality this game is impressing upon me. While dashing, swing a wide range of... That is interestingly translated. While dashing, swing a wide range of slash forward with the scythe. Alright. So the further we go into these dual blades, while dashing, slash forward with the dual blades and release aura blades. Yeah, I'll take that. We still have 5 more talent points to spend. I thought we only had 5 more to spend, but that's... It works in the other direction, apparently, or the indicator works in the other direction. Pounding River. Swing the whip forward and plunge the whip into the ground, dealing a wide attack. If Whip Master is learned and a blade is equipped, this skill will be enhanced. I want it. Increases whip damage. Actually, we are going to take that. Level 15. Well, I hate you too, then. You can't rub my nipples and then tell me you're not going to touch my dick. You finish the job you started. Or you get out. Oh, I don't... Okay, we have to get that first, then this. What else? Main weapon, I guess? It's literally the only... I'm not going to spoil whatever those other weapons are. So... I don't want to buy HP. HP's for pussies. So... That'll be it. Okay, let's make sure... Just to make sure that's saved. Also, since I don't have to install this game every time I want to play it, well, it didn't actually cause the issues I thought it caused, so never mind. to quickly summarize the game whose name I've been struggling to keep straight, it was a good game. It was difficult and very annoying due to environmental dangers constantly killing me more than the enemies did. Actually, I don't think I was actually even killed by anything that wasn't the boss. Yeah, I only died to the environmental threats, which were really annoying. It was a good game. I wish I could play that for you guys instead of this, which this has been a good time. I love whipping. My mistake. I love whipping. As you do when you have the opportunity to whip. But I would have played that. It's actually really fun. And there was a ritual in the demo that allowed you to gain wings, but you could only actually fly, you could only actually move around if you fired your gun. And ammo is extremely precious in that game. So having to use your ammo to move around means you have to decide, do you want items that may be across the way that you might not really need, but those bullets you probably will? In exchange for the bullets you probably will. I really wish I could play it, but my computer does not like it, and GeForce Now does not know it exists. So I have to wait until one of those two things changes. And given how expensive I'm assuming PCs are right now, I haven't bothered to look because I'm still saving money. So it's not a concern right now. Given how expensive I assume them to be, that game is going to be on GeForce Now sooner than I'm going to have a new PC. Much less one that's going to be able to play the things I want to play. And not just indies, especially because Unreal 5 is going to be a constant thing, even with indie developers. Nevertheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, until the release of Crimson Desert. I'm probably going to add that as an aside until Crimson Desert comes out. That way, anyone who's just joining will be aware that this playthrough will stop once Crimson Desert comes out. And then, probably, I had 400 some odd hours in, I don't even remember what that game's name was, but it was a Dungeons and Dragons based thing. And I saw I had 400 hours. I just marveled at that because it's not like I didn't know. It's just, it never felt like I spent 400 hours in the playthrough for that game. Even though it did get up to 100 episodes. It was a freaking ride, though. Anyway, I'm getting distracted and I need to be getting food. So, with all that said, we will see you next time.